I'm boiling up my pig belly right now. I cut up some pig belly. I'm boiling it. I've been boiling it for like about 20 minutes to 25 minutes. I'm getting ready to take it out. I'm going to cut it up into slices, and I'm going to fry the pork belly meat, maybe put a little sauce on it, and use it with my dinner. The water that's in here, the leftover water, I'm going to use as pot liquor for my collard greens. So I'm going to pour this into my crock pot for my collard greens, the water. I think I'm going to cut the pork belly up, put a sauce on it, and put it in my collard greens. Now I just put some oil and butter in the pan. I'm about to put the pork into this, fry it down, season it a little bit. I'm going to season it with some sofrito and tomato paste. So here's the pork right here, all cut up. I'm not putting a lot of seasoning, only the seasoning that I already put on it. I'm putting some sofrito and some tomato paste. And try to make a nice little sauce on it. And then after I fry it up, after I saute it up, it's going to be put aside, and I'll put it into my collard greens later. I know that some people, they deep fry their pork belly, but I'm not going to do that because this is going into my collard greens. So I'm going to saute them up as much as I can. Flavor them up. Like I said, I'm gonna put some sofrito and some tomato paste and a little extra seasoning. Cook them up, put them to the side, and then I'll put them in my collard greens later when my collard greens are almost finished to flavor up my collard greens. Now I just put some seasoning on there, some cayenne, chipotle, dill weed, black pepper, and lemon pepper. I'm going to flip this over, let it all get the seasonings melt all up in it. And then I'm going to hit it with some cornstarch, the sofrito, and the tomato paste. Now, with this remaining butter that's in the pan, I'm going to make a sauce. I just put the sofrito, tomato paste, and with the seasoned up oil that's in here, with a little bit of the slurry, with some of the water from the pot liquor. I made a slurry, a cornstarch slurry, and now I'm going to make a sauce with this. So I'm going to let this cook up a little bit, mix up, and then I'm going to make a sauce out of it. Okay, like I said, I took some water from the pot liquor. I used about maybe about 1 can of this, because I used a tomato can. Poured that in there with this, and I just made the sauce. I'm going to take the pork, and I'm going to put the pork in here. Let it get saturated with the sauce, and then I'm going to put this away to the side so it can marinate. I have the sauce and the pork inside this little cup bowl. I'm going to put this away on the side in the fridge. And about the last, 2 hours of me cooking my greens, I'm going to put this pork in to let it cook with the greens and season the greens. I'm lightly sauteing up my vegetables, green pepper, red pepper, and onion, to make as one of my flavor bases for my collard greens. I just sauteed up my onions, bell peppers together, lightly sauteed them, and then I'm also adding up a cut up half of an apple that I soaked in lemon juice to help with the collard greens. Any type of little bit of sweet always helps with bitter collard greens. If you have like maybe some apple juice, or like how I have an apple here cut up with some lemon juice, or a little bit of sugar, anything to make it like the taste a lot smoother. So that's what I'm using to smooth out my collards. This is apple with lemon juice on it. So I'm going to put this all together as a flavor base. I'm putting some beef sausage, onions and peppers, green pepper, red pepper together, sauteing it up, and I'm going to also put in some black eyed peas, some canned black eyed peas. Like this. I'm going to season all that up, stir that all up, and then cook them down in a gravy to have my black eyed peas. So I put some dry herb seasoning, I put some dill, cilantro, and black pepper on here. I might put a little salt. And like I said, this is mixed in with green and red peppers and onions and beef beef kibasi sausage. These are going to go as my black eyed peas for tonight. Oh, and I'm going to put a little bit of butter on here. So I'm taking a little bit of that pork pot liquor, and I'm making me a little gravy for my black eyed peas. And here is the pot liquor, some flour, and a little pat of butter. And just make a gravy with this. And then I'm putting my black eyed peas in. Now you can see my gravy base is ready. And now I'm going to put in the beans and mix this all up. You see I still got a little water in the beans. So it's going to mix all up really good. Okay, these are my black eyed peas with onions and peppers, black Papa John peas with onions and peppers, and in a gravy that's seasoned with pork liquor in it, and also beef sausage, beef kibasi sausage. I just did a light sear on my steaks. I'm letting them sit here and rest while I go ahead and make the gravy for them. I'm making an onion and sun-dried tomato gravy for my steak. Okay, so now that I have all of my steak cut up, I'm going to put it in this gravy that I'm going to make with the onions and the sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, this is my last step. It's going to go in, bubble up with the gravy. So we're going to have smothered steak.